Hi, I'm Dave with AmberWavesAdventures, and on this video we're going to cook up some Carolina style spaghetti. This is a recipe we use often for camping. Simple, easy, a little bit different. We hope you enjoy it. Hurry back, I'm hungry. Hi, welcome back. So today we're cooking spaghetti Carolina style. A little bit different. So this is one of the few recipes that we use a separate pot. As you can see, I've already cooked the pasta on the iKamperDisco. I'm going to go over here and drain it now. And it will be just fine while we cook up the ground beef. Okay, got that like that. Just dump the water out. You can do that when you live on a farm. All right, and that will be just fine like that. So now, let's put that there. I'm going to cook up the ground beef. Of course, we always use 80-20 ground beef. This is 2 pounds. And what we like to do is put a little Montreal steak seasoning, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And of course, we go ahead and add some garlic on the front end. All right. This is just going to cook up a little bit. And we'll be back with you in just a minute. So we don't use any of the olive oil when we cook this. Two pounds of ground beef will yield a fair amount of grease. And we just take a little metal measuring cup and dip that out before we add the sauce. You can use any sauce of your choice. Today we're using ragu. So we're going to turn the heat down a little low. Add the ragu. And we'll get this all mixed in a little bit. Like I said earlier, we added a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning and garlic powder. I don't add any salt to this. There's enough salt in the ragu. Again, personal preference. And we'll just let this simmer up a little bit. A lot of people say, well, you shouldn't cook anything acidic on cast iron, but this has got that enamel fancy word coating that I can't pronounce, so it's okay. It is not a problem. So I'm just going to let this simmer up a little bit while we toast up some bread. And we have brioche and bagels. We have found that when we camp, we've just about replaced bread to make toast with bagels, because we can do sandwiches with bagels. We do breakfast sandwiches. We make garlic bagels, which we're getting ready to do here. And the bagels travel a little bit better than bread, quite frankly. So that's just a personal choice again. So what we're going to do is just kind of flatten out the bagel a little bit. And it will go there. And then we've got a piece of brioche. Flatten that out a little. And yes, this is a real toaster. I've experimented with so many ways to toast bread adequately, and I have come to the conclusion that the $8 Walmart toaster works the best for us. And I am going to add a little bit more garlic, because that's just how we roll in the South. All right, garlic powder, not garlic salt. Okay. And the pasta, we've already cooked that previously. It's over here in the bowl. It's covered. It's fine. It will be warm enough when this gets done. So no problems there. It's a nice day on the farm. Not too hot, but you know, I am a little parched. So you have to excuse me. I'm going to have a sip of Pepsi, which, as you know, it's the taste born in the Carolinas. That's good. That's good and cold. All right, getting close. Getting close. So the other thing we like to do to our spaghetti is add some diced tomatoes. And it's the same brand we used before, which is one of our favorite brands. And what we do, we drain these and rinse them in cold water. And these, you would think, you know, a tomato is a tomato, but these just have a really, really good flavor. And it does. I like a bit of tomato flavor with my with the spaghetti that we make. So, and it's the I'll show you. It's the petite dice contadina. I think that's the way you say it. But it's a really, really good flavor of diced tomatoes. So, all right. Let's get these mixed in. And at this point, we're just on low heat. But these diced tomatoes, they add just a really, really nice flavor. Now, we use this other spaghetti sauce sometimes. I can't remember the name brand. It's not an off brand, but Ragu seems to be the one that has the best flavors. Yeah, and that looks good too. All right, we've got our bread toasted. I'm going to add some curry butter. I'm going to make some garlic bread. And like I said, we've kind of substituted the bagels for bread, and it's worked okay. You know, that way we don't have to carry, you know, loaf bread and bagels. And of course, we're going to garlic this up. All right, let's bring this over to the table. We'll just kind of cut this a little bit. And there you have whoopies. A lot of people don't like the little hole in the middle if you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We haven't had an issue with that. It's okay. All right, so there is a plain white bagel, toasted, buttered, and garlic powder, and then a brioche piece of bread, toasted, buttered, and garlic powder. So that takes care of that. All right, one more stir and mix. I think we're going to be ready. Okay. Now, come over here. Let's get our pasta. And we use you can use the angel hair or the traditional spaghetti pasta, and we've done that. But when we're camping, this rotini seems to work pretty good. So we've been using that for a while, and it's been okay. All right. All right, let's turn this off. And you must finish it off with some good, flavorful Parmesan. But the trick is to get it out of the bag. That's the key. There we go. Okay. How much is enough Parmesan? A bunch. Okay. All right, look at that. Spaghetti on the farm. So again, just to review, we use the rotini pasta. There's, a dozen different pastas you can use. Ragu sauce. We had some of the contadina petite diced tomatoes after we drain them and rinse them in cold water. Garlic bagel, garlic brioche toast, and here we go. Just like always, good flavor. Let's have a little garlic toast here. Garlic bagel. Wow. It's really good, folks. Got to try it. So, got to have a sip of Pepsi. So there you have it. Spaghetti on the farm. One of our favorite dishes we make when we camp. Very simple. It takes a little time. It's one of the few meals we use the separate pot instead of just the iKamper. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. We appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend some of it with us. That makes us feel good. And we appreciate you liking, subscribing, and sharing. We are growing a little bit, and that's thanks to you. We'll see you next time on the next video. God bless. I'm Dave with AmberWaves. Bye.